Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Today we're looking at a very unique condo development conveniently located right across the street from Ayala Mall in the Cebu Business Park of Cebu City. And it's by Arthaland. We're looking at the model unit presently. They've got on the sixth floor, they've got the amenity level. They've got some garden units, and I will get down to a breakdown of the type of units here shortly. Some with balconies, some without. But let's get into the details here. As we're going to look at a two-bedroom and a one-bedroom model. Lucima is being built right across the street from Ayala Mall. There's Solanea and Park Point condominiums right across from Ayala City. Here's a chart with a breakdown of the various types of units. I think they have 263 total units. Large spaces, unlike so many small condominiums these days. They have several sizes of one bedrooms, two bedroom, three bedroom, garden units, and penthouse as well. We're going to look at a two bedroom first. It is 108 square meters. They have 8 units, which would be the same as 1,162 square feet. And anyway, entering here, you've got a maid's room, which is very common. Anytime you have a two bedroom or higher in the Philippines, very common to get a maid's room as well. And so they've got the space. You could use it for anything you want, for storage, laundry room, whatever you would like. As you will find with most model units, this is a dressed up unit. Various developers give you several options. Occasionally developers offer fully furnished units. They offer partially furnished. They offer just bare bones. And bare bones is usually what you get. You get basic cabinets, a sink, a CR toilet, flooring on the floor, and paint on the walls. That's pretty basic. And I'll show you a chart a little later of the of what's included in the turnover units. But nice size, and you've got another space over here to the side that could be used. They've got it set up as a pantry, which I really like because I do like to keep my cupboards full. This development is unique in many ways, and I'll get into some of the more details later. Efficiency-wise, they use double glazed windows, something that, it's my understanding, you rarely see. So there you have some energy savings. They've got some energy savings air conditioning type units, and they've got recirculation of the air, airtight units that help keep out the pollution, the dust, the pollens, and I'll get into a little more of that a little bit later as well. Nice size master bedroom, and here they have what you could make into a walk-in closet if you would like, or use it in some other way. And going into the master bathroom, the CR is large enough to design in the ways that you would like. I like the fact that there's space in there to put in the shelving, storage areas, and such things. They have parking area on the lower floors, and some units, I believe, a parking stall is included in the price. Other units, you can purchase a parking stall. So they generally run, on average, I've noticed right around 1 million pesos to buy a parking stall. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. Depending upon the development. And you've got your second bathroom there. So you've got 2 CRs, bathrooms, and the second bedroom. And those units with balconies, of course, have access to the balcony either from the bedroom, the living room area. Just depends upon the design. There again. There are several different designs of each type of unit, so they vary in size and design. They use a higher end air filtration system with their air conditioning system, and with the airtight design, you're going to get less pollution within the building. as well as noise. My business in America for many years was noise control, and anywhere air can enter a building, noise can enter a building, basically, among other places. Now let's look at the one bedroom executive, 56 square meters, and they've got 12 of these units. JR with JRC Realty Services is the broker on this, and I'll leave his info in the description. And 56 square meters is about 62 square feet. Generally, if you take square meters, multiply by 10, and add a few, it gives you your square feet. Or you can just ask Google, do the research online. Anyway, one bedroom, decent size in my opinion. So many of the one bedrooms are 40 square meters or under here in the Philippines. So that is a decent size, and they've got a nice size room for a laundry facility, washer dryer, lots of room for shelving in there as well, which is nice. And this had a balcony, I believe. This was a model, so I can't show you a balcony. Didn't have a balcony, but the balcony access here in this model was from the living room area, I believe, he stated, and your master bedroom. And you know, interior design is a big part of making a unit a livable space, and you have options. Once you start getting above 50 square meters, it gives you room to move furniture around. So I've lived in a couple of units, 40 square meters, 42 square meters, and even though I wanted to move the furniture around and did a couple of times, there are limitations. So when you get 50 and above, you start having more options in what you can do with that space. There are many different options and sizes. Don't hold me to these prices because they change over time, but I think one bedrooms were going for right around 16 million pesos. Two bedrooms, I think around 32, 34 million pesos, something like that. And like I said, depending on how high up you go, generally the price goes up, the different configurations, the square footage as well. This unit, energy recovery ventilator, part of your air conditioning system, your air circulation system, that will help keep the pollution out and keep the not only the temperature but the humidity in your condominium at the proper level, something I have not seen before here in Cebu City. This street view level artist rendition gives you a little idea of how it will look when it is finished. One nice thing about the Cebu Business Park, where this is located right across from Ayala Mall, as I've stated, is that generally you're going to find it to be a quieter area. You aren't going to find so many stray dogs barking, neighborhood dogs barking for the most part. You're not going to have roosters for the most part unless you're on the fringes of that business park area. What else? You do have something that Mayor or Governor Garcia has asked one of the senators to propose a law about these loud motorbikes to outlaw the decibel levels. But being you have an airtight unit that is built to help keep out the noise, you should be better situated there than virtually every other building in the city. Another thing very unique to this development, Lucima, a potager garden that may be on the roof deck perhaps, and where they plan to grow organic vegetables and items for use by the tenants. Not sure the logistics of how that's all going to work out in the end, but very unique feature indeed. And what you have in the vicinity, you have Ayala Mall, of course. You're not very far really from SM Mall, from the downtown area, from the uptown area of Cebu City, and I've done many videos about those areas as well. Inside of Ayala Mall, you've got the Ruston's supermarket and department store. You've got the Metro a supermarket and department store, and many other stores. It's a very large mall. Many things going on there, so no lack of. You've got hardware stores, gadget stores, and just about anything else you'd be looking for. This is Arthaland's flagship green residential development in Cebu City, Lucima. And they have several certifications from a number of different organizations as to being energy efficient, green, and such. So you can check those out if you'd like. Also, anyway, thanks for watching. JRC Real Estate Services contact information is in the description of the video. He also has JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services if you need his services for any of the visas, that type of thing. Anyway, safe travels to you all. See you in the next video.